If you want beast mode calves, then this is the video for you. So we look at my top 5 tips for transitioning to minimal running. Without further ado, let's get it rolling. So you've either done it, you've taken the plunge and you've bought some minimalist running shoes, or you're on the fence and you're thinking about it. So either way, this is the video for you. Who am I? Most of you know me, Steve Clash Fitness. I've done thousands upon thousands upon thousands of miles in minimal running shoes, mainly Vibram Five Fingers, but I've also done Merrell Vapor Gloves, so I'm wearing today, New Balance Minimalist, Newton MV2, Newton MV3 or MV Cubed or whatever you want to call it. Plenty of different minimal running shoes, and they all come down to the same thing. If you're not used to it, you're going to get some serious calf pain, and if you don't do it properly, you're going to run into injuries too. So it can be a very daunting experience to put on minimalist running shoes for the first time. It can also be a very motivating, engaging and energetic and exciting time as well. So what you don't want to do is just start hammering it out there because it feels great and lead to injuries or slowing your transition down. What we're going to do today is look at the top 5 tips that are going to help you transition more quickly so that you can enjoy barefoot minimalist running the way nature intended. So without further ado, please, let's get this video rolling. Tip number 1, Footstrike. You're going to very quickly become unstuck if you're trying to do your traditional heel striking. So if you come from a heel striking background, you're landing like this. Oh my. It's going to hurt. It is going to hurt in minimalist running shoes. Should I be swinging the camera around this much? Possibly not. But it's gonna, you know, with all seriousness, if you try and land on your heel in minimalist running shoes, there's no padding, there's no protection. Your body was not intended to run in that way, right? So you're going to be sending all the shock waves up through your shins, through your knees, through your hips. Not a good idea. Nature didn't build you that way, and it's no good in padded running shoes, and it's certainly not going to be good in minimalist running shoes. The good news is you're going to find it very difficult to run on your heels in minimalist running shoes because it's just going to hurt and you're going to stop doing it. So what you do want to do, you want to be running on your forefoot or your toes, whatever feels more natural to you to start with. When I first started, I was right up on my toes because I just wanted to over accentuate everything of minimalist running, do you know what I mean? So I was up like on my toes like this, you know, loving it, going crazy. I was really heavy as well at the time, and that led to some serious calf pain. So what you want to do, forefoot strike, nice and light, under your center of mass, and just take it easy, but focus on that forefoot strike. So just see, are you landing on the ball of your foot or just slightly behind? If you are, that's probably okay. And if that's happening under your hips, you've got a slight forward lean. You know, I've said this before, but if you've got a slight forward lean, gravity will start taking you with it anyway. So that's tip number 1. Land on your forefoot or your toes if you really want to engage that minimal running experience, but land on your forefoot, under your center of gravity, and just get going. Tip number 2. Before we move on, guys, it massively helps when you like the video, when you make any comment at all, and I really love to hear your comments, especially on minimalist running. It's my passion, it's my joy, I love doing it, and that's why I make these videos. So please do comment, so I love to read and respond to every single one. Please share it as well, so if there's anyone out there that might benefit from this video, please do share it on social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever it might be. Share it far and wide, please do. Tip number 2 is cadence, and this might be something you did already, might not be. All of these tips might be something you did already, but we really need to focus on them now that we're transitioning into minimal running, right? So cadence should be around 180 steps per minute, essentially. The best way to do this, it sounds ridiculous, might sound a bit boring as well, but if you can get a metronome app on your phone, stick that in your ears and just stick to 180 and try and match your steps to to the metronome, and it's really quick, like that. So it'll feel really difficult to start with, it'll feel unnatural, but you'll get it eventually. And when you do, you're going to be running more efficiently. It's essentially less contact on the ground means less shock for your body, means a more efficient foot strike. It means you'll eventually be running faster, more efficiently, further, using the same amount of energy. So that's a win-win situation, right? So get your cadence right. If you're landing on your forefoot and you've got the right cadence, then you're on the path to enlightenment. On to tip number 2. Tip number 3. Tip number 3, limit your initial speed. So the mistake that I made when I first started transitioning to barefoot running was it felt amazing. I'd been looking forward to getting the Vibram Five Fingers. I got my first pair. I totally disregarded all advice that I received, as I normally do. It's my personality trait, and I just started running super fast. It felt great, and I ran too far and too fast. When you're running, you've got the blood pumping through your body. You don't realise that your muscles just can't hack it. And I essentially just ran until I couldn't run anymore, and then I was a couple of miles from home and sort of had the long walk of shame home. So that wasn't much fun. That could have been easily resolved by A, running at a sensible pace, and B, running at a sensible distance to start with. So really, you don't want to be running any more than 1 kilometre on your first minimalist run, and you want to be doing that at a really reasonable speed. The main things you want to be focusing on are your foot strike and your cadence, okay? So distance will come, speed will come, but it will come a lot more slowly if you do not respect the fact that your body is going to need to adapt to forefoot running, to minimalist running correctly, okay? So respect the fact that this is going to be a journey, and it's going to happen over time. That leads us on to tip number 4. Tip number 4. I've just realised this bench is horrendously broken actually, so whether or not it's actually going to withstand my weight for the rest of the video, I don't know. So there could be a blooper coming up. Tip number 4 is respect the DOMs and expect the DOMs. Delayed onset of muscle soreness. So like I said, when you go out there, you smash your first run, hopefully it's no more than 1 kilometre and you've listened to that. Many people watching this video will not have done that, just like I didn't, and you would have had serious DOMs. Okay, so what DOMs is basically the day after, your legs, your calf muscles especially, are really going to hurt. The day after that, day 2, they're going to hurt even more. And walking down a flight of stairs or a steep hill is really going to suck. So you want to manage that, but you want to expect it as well. So it is going to happen, regardless of how careful you are. You're going to experience some sort of DOMs, some sort of calf pain. So expect it and sort of manage it as best you can. So what you can do is stretch well. You can roll. So what I mean by roll, you can buy a specific rolling massage roller thing, or you can just get a free rolling pin and roll your calves. Roll them before, roll them after running. Roll them throughout the day. Just continuously roll your calves, and your body will thank you for it, and your transition will become that much easier. Okay, so stretch well after you run, directly after you run. Roll frequently, and maybe do a light stretch 3 times a day, so once after a run and then twice more throughout the day. But you don't want to really stretch on cold muscles, so I'd say roll first and then stretch, but that is really seriously going to help you with your transition. So make sure that you expect the DOMs and you react well and strategically to the DOMs. Don't just go out there and absolutely smash another run when you can barely walk down a flight of stairs. That doesn't mean to say that you need to be totally pain-free in order to go for your next run, but you need to manage that within your mind. Is it injury pain? Am I in serious pain? Or am I okay to get out the door for my next run? You need to make that decision, but don't make it too lightly, and make sure that you're looking after your body. On to the final tip, tip number 5. Tip 5, enjoy it. I know this is, I say this all the time, but it's never more true than when you transition into minimalist running, because it's 50% absolute disbelief and enjoyment of how good it feels to be running on next to nothing, next to no padding, especially if you've only ever run on padded shoes, and everyone's always telling you padded shoes, padded shoes, padded shoes, this is the best way. So it's going to be 50% disbelief and enjoyment of, wow, this feels bloody fantastic, and the other 50% is, this really hurts. This sucks. My calf muscles have never. I mean, you will experience pain and muscle pain and sort of tendon and ligament pain in areas of your lower legs that you never realised you had, and that's all a good thing as long as it's not injury pain, right? So, what you would normally experience when running in normal padded shoes is pain within your joints, your hips, your ankles, your shins, that type of thing. That's not good pain, that's injury pain, that's not benefiting you in any way. The type of pain, the muscle, tendon and ligament pain that you'll be experiencing when transitioning into minimalist running, so whether it's shoes like these, Merrell Vapor Gloves, or whether it's Vibram Five Fingers or completely barefoot, or whatever it is that you've chosen, you'll be essentially building muscles within your lower legs. So like I said at the beginning, you will be building some pretty epic calf muscles right there, okay? And you're doing that by building up muscles and tendons that have hypertrophied over so many years because you haven't been using them because of these caskets that you've had on your feet, right? So just enjoy it, enjoy the experience, enjoy the fact that it feels absolutely amazing, but enjoy the pain too, because that pain means that you're getting stronger. It means that you're building beastly calf muscles, you're going to look fantastic, you're going to feel fantastic, and you're just going to be enjoying running like you never had before. So it's all good, it's brilliant. We've got the shed in the background. There's my punch bag as well. It's all good. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, please do subscribe if you haven't already. What videos have we got to recommend? Alright then, off the top of my head, let's recommend the long run do's and don'ts video up there. Let's do the Vibram Five Fingers versus Merrell Vapor Gloves, because we talked about those there, and click here to subscribe. But for now, you guys know what to do by now. Keep it rolling.